And welcome, episode 38 of HuddleTalkTV.
Yes.
We've got a special guest today, Jeff.
What's going on?
Jeff should we say the full name?
The full Govey?
Full name, yeah, we'll endorse him. Jeff Killender.
Okay.
Go buy cars from him. Jeff Killender sells cars. He's an automotive consultant. What do they call you guys these days? Sales professionals?
Yeah, something
Product
like
experts?
that. Product experts.
Lease managers? Portfolio specialists?
I think I'm a sales and leasing specialist.
I think you are too.
Dude, I'm a specialist.
What happens if somebody wants to come in and trade their car? Are you a trade-in specialist?
I make everything special.
Go visit Jeff. He makes everything special.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's a good experience. When was the last time you guys had a Happy Meal?
Happy Meal?
Happy Meal? Are
Yeah.
they're not like discontinued. Those are still
I don't
things.
think so. But the one thing I was thinking about the other day, and I was thinking about this because it's special. Like McDonald's used to be special to me.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, when you get a Happy Meal, do you want a girl's toy or a boy's toy? Right? Kids these days, you don't get a choice.
Yeah.
Would you like the gender neutral edition? Yeah.
I feel like there was nothing sweatier than those play places at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That was like...
Dude,
It's true.
Dude, I grew up in like an old one where it was like plywood and carpet. And then all of a sudden they like tore that down. But that was like cool.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time I had a Happy Meal too.
Yeah. What? There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
My memory doesn't even stretch by
Man,
that fact, man.
did you ever though, like you got your parents to like go back up because they're like, Mom, they got me a girl's toy, right? And you have to go back to the town. Excuse me, can we get the boy's toy? Right?
Yeah,
And it's just like
switch, the awkward.
The
yeah.
funny thing is, it's still just another piece of plastic you're gonna play with for like 10 minutes. Like you're not gonna do anything with
Our
it.
problem was three boys. You start fighting like, oh, you got the cool toy. I got the crappy toy. Mom, go get me like one of those toys. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I want what he has.
Yeah. Do you guys remember any of the best toys you ever had from McDonald's?
Man, I have horrible long-term memory. So going back that far, remembering a toy that again, I didn't give a shit about.
Fair enough.
I think I got one of those like Furby things on a clip.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
One of those
yeah.
mini fucking
The
Furby
Furbies, yeah,
things
yeah,
on a
yeah.
clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do with those? Are they just collectibles?
Just collect them and
Yeah.
sit on them and get
Sit on them?
Get sciatica.
Yeah, I think back in the
Really?
day, like the thing was to have like the massive keychains. So you just like collect them and throw them on your
Well,
keychain, right?
yeah,
Like,
not like specifically designed to sit on them.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, Furbies have big noses, so you sit on them.
yeah, they don't smell out of those things.
No, you just inadvertently, it gives you scoliosis. A whole generation of kids that sat on
Yeah,
Furbies.
that's right. That's right.
One cheek was raised a little bit higher.
Yeah, back in the day
that's
when
what-
big wallets were a thing, right?
That was a thing ages ago.
Yeah.
Right? Growing up in the 90s, it's just
Yeah.
like how much paper do you have in your wallet?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Half of the
Yeah.
thickness would be receipts.
Receipts, exactly. Yeah, receipts and membership cards.
Yeah, you go through like dad's wallet or whatever. Holy shit, that thing was packed.
Yeah.
Library cards
Dirty-
and stuff
the
in there.
library
Oh yeah.
cards.
What a
Yeah.
useless piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I remember too in growing up, there's an era, I don't remember at what point, but plastic started getting better quality. I don't know what chemicals they started enhancing that shit with. But
Like-
I remember back in the day, do you remember Transformers?
Yeah.
And I remember the original Transformers, they were finicky. Like you would break a Transformer if you didn't manipulate it exactly the way the
You
instructions
twist
are
it one
planned.
wrong way and
the
it
shoulder
just
pops out
yeah.
for good. Right? And like the shoulder's also like the wheel of the truck. So it never becomes
Useful again. It's
Yeah.
just garbage after that.
pretty much. It was a special kind of plastic.
That's
That's
awesome.
funny, man.
But you're right, though. Plastic did change, even in cards, though, because back in the day when you had that fat wallet, you'd pull out a card and like it was like bent
Yeah.
from
Oh,
like
yeah.
sitting on it, and it
Yeah.
would have that crack. When was the last time you saw a cracked card?
So I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
But-
right, yeah.
But you want to know something? You know that plastic has levels of recyclable. Like I wouldn't call it biodegradable, but it has-
Polymers.
Polymer, sure. We'll use that for lack of a better word, right? Because nothing is true on this podcast.
On this pod,
but
no.
but apparently, so plastic has levels. Like you see the recycle, the three arrows. There's always a number. So anything from 1 to 2 is like kind of safe. Anything beyond that is basically cannot be recycled. Like it'll be rejected at the plant.
yeah.
So I'm being dead serious. So basically, a lot of plastic that will have like a 3 or 4 is just to make people feel good, but like they will throw it out. And I can't remember, but there's specifics. Like 1 is like recyclable by everybody. 2, it's like certain municipalities or like regions will be able to sort it out or be able to dispose of it. But I thought that was crazy.
Dude, want to hear something cool the other day? Have you ever seen a gold recycling bin?
A gold one?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like
What-
from
what's-
factory?
Oh, dude, it's a thing. Like apparently, well, I'm from Burlington, so especially like in Burlington, you can,
so
dude,
it's like
Burlington boys.
it's the Burlington. It's
dude,
the, you
no,
gotta
hold
be
on.
different, you
No,
gotta be
not
special.
everybody gets this. No, not everybody gets this. No, you have to be recycling king, dude. They sort your recycling, and if you're like perfect recycler and like garbage and stuff, they give you a gold recycling.
There's
bin.
no
I'm
way.
not kidding you. I'm not
There's
kidding.
no
You can
way.
apply, dude, and they'll sort your garbage and make sure that you like dispose of things properly. And if you do, then they give you a gold recycling bin. Because I asked the neighbor, oh, how do you have a gold recycling bin? Like he has a yellow recycling bin, and I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" Because I went to the ministry when I moved in, and I
Yeah,
said, "I need
I
some
would like the
recycling
gold
bins,
one.
and I want the yellow ones." And they said no. They said we only got blue.
But how do you know that guy's not lying?
Yeah.
I don't. But how crazy is that, dude? I believed it. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." Because
Joe,
it
that's what
took like a
it's all
couple
about.
months. It took a couple months, like for them to sort through and like
Yeah.
really trust me that I was like a good recycler. And
Yeah.
I earned their gold recycling bin. You can apply online, and I'm like, no way.
Imagine the guy just like
God, there's a membership for everything, man.
Yeah,
Right?
He spray painted it 1 year and he got his rocks off by lying to people ever since.
But imagine having that flex on the street that you're like the king of recycling, dude. Like you put your bins out, everybody on the street drives by in the morning, everybody's got blue bins, you're the only one with yellow bins.
Yeah.
That's such a flex.
It is.
I
man.
pay attention to the ones and twos.
Okay, so but here's a question: so our garbage bins, you know, the ones in Mississauga are like gray, like dark gray, like charcoal. Let's call it.
Yeah.
If you were to spray paint it like metallic with like sparkle, like high premium spray paint from Home Depot, they would still accept it?
Would they?
I don't know.
Or they drive right by it like they don't see it?
Well, that's a good question, because what if all of a sudden they're like, well, this is not a garbage bin or a blue bin.
Could be a storage container.
We wouldn't accept it.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
they're like,
I don't know.
we only accept special trash on like calendar days.
Yeah.
You're like, this is a purple bin. We don't know. Do you think they like glitch?
I don't know. Does the truck? Do you guys have the trucks to like pick it up and
Pick
like
it
dump
up.
it
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
Is that like
Specials.
automated, a different color? It just doesn't sense it. It's like, oh, this is
Oh,
not
good
what I want. Not what I want.
I've always
Like,
been at work when they come around. To pick it
right.
up.
This is not what I want.
Yeah, just like complete. Like you see the little circuits fry and smoke come out because
Yeah.
it sees a purple bin.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Right.
So
But
you have- yeah.
But at least you guys have the bins. We got bags. Like we just got to put the bags out.
What?
I wake
Well,
up in the morning, the raccoon's gotten, and I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
God, this is not going to be
See,
fun.
that's
after
one
work.
thing. How many years ago do you think we started with like the bigger citywide?
I don't
bins.
know.
Let's say a few
we don't
years.
want to
I
date
don't know what
ourselves.
it is.
We don't
Yeah,
want to date
I
ourselves
know.
here. I remember when garbage used to. Yeah.
No, but I was actually gonna say, ever since we had those massive bins, I used to always think, man, these bins are huge. We're never gonna fill these things in like 1 week.
Until Amazon came around.
Amazon comes around and the recycling's full half,
And Uber
in
Eats,
half
yeah.
the week. Uber Eats, yeah.
And then you're outside jumping in the thing trying to squish it down.
Exactly, man. And you like, there was a time a couple of years ago when it was like Amazon stuff was still cheap. You get a bunch of stuff, but they were really liberal with the amount of like stuff they would send per box. So
Yeah.
you would have like a huge box and like one little face soap or something.
Right.
And so the garbage bin, you're always stomping it down. But I guess it worked for Bezos because he still has his yacht.
It's true.
Is that?
Okay, so but here's a question: do you think there's going to be, because everything throughout time changes? You know, once there were two genders, now there's not, right? So
we're going
it's
there?
the same. I know, but
I was going to say that's one example to go with, but okay.
I'm not going to make it political, but you know, once upon a time, you can say that there were two garbage or recycling.
Yeah.
In the future, maybe kids are going to look bad at us and say, "I can't believe those idiots were so bad to the planet." And there's going to be like 4 different bins.
Well, dude, back in the day, we never had a green bin.
I know.
Yeah, that
I
was-
still
Now
don't
all
use
of a
it.
sudden-
I still don't use the green bin though.
We don't use the. Actually, no, we can't. Yeah, we can't say that.
Why?
Because you got to
we're
go
so
buy
good at composting in the
the
backyards?
organics bag.
Because, dude,
we're
it
so
was
good at compost.
yeah, dude, it was like Earth Day the other day. Come on, man.
Yeah, not this
Earth
close
Day.
to Earth Day. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I definitely green bin it.
So
I don't even know what Cameron it was.
Trust me, bro.
trust me,
Trust me,
I
bro.
green bin it. But like the one thing I think the recycling community really makes a big deal out of is I feel like they're very selective about how they kind of go about deciding what's good and what's bad. And I brought this up in a prior podcast, like the turtle thing, like you can't use straws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
but then
It's
we
just-
come out with COVID testing, and it's like just like
they're all
these
plastic.
big sticks everywhere.
Yeah, it's all back to not caring again.
Right?
When it's on the fly, they don't really put any time and thought into things.
Right?
And it just
But it raises the question, like, should we have another biohazard bin? For the COVID test.
Maybe.
Maybe there's going to be something like that. There's just going to be a mutagen bin. Every morning you got to wake up and you got to check your tests, right?
Oh, crap. We better empty that bin. It's moving.
That's like a goosebumps, like R.L. Stein.
Speaking of the turtle stuff and the straws, did you see that video? There's that prankster that goes around and he gets people to sign fake petitions and whatnot. And he's doing this one petition. He's trying to go up to people and get them to sign this petition. Well, I can't even remember. It was like to make the U.S. the #1 polluter again because now we're number 2. And the guy's like, "Oh, mijo, I don't know if I want to sign this." He's like, "No, but don't you think if we make it back to #1, it's kind of a flex, right? We want to flex." He's like, "Who's #1? Canada." "Oh, really? Wow." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, so you just sign here." And the guy actually starts signing. He's like, "Thank you so much. We've got like over 200 signatures so far."
Yeah.
And the guy's like just trying to keep going with the skit sort of thing. And he's like, "Yeah, and even me and my buddy the other day, we ate a couple plastic straws just to show the turtles are overreacting." It's like, bro, the stuff these people come up with, man.
But okay, the one thing I will admit though, like Michael, we've done the street reporting thing. We've done like the Comic-Con reporting. People aren't their best versions if they're in front of the camera spontaneously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yes, like people become really nervous, and it's like the whole thing, like name a woman actor, and people like your brain just freezes, right?
Right.
Like, it just you completely drop, right?
100%.
So I think the challenge of those videos is you're always going to show. It doesn't matter. I think there's just more Americans doing it. Right? Exposing dumb Americans. If you went around and did this in the UK, you'd find some stupid UK people.
Here too.
Canadians, Australians. Like, you find everybody's really stupid. It's just like, no, it's the nerves.
Just answer your stupid question just to say something.
Yeah, exactly. People love to fill the sides with the camera on them. And half the time, too, like, what I was shocked about is the amount of people who realize they can say, no, stop, don't film me.
Right.
But, like, as soon as you put, like, you have, like, a legitimate looking thing, like a microphone, especially, it's not even the camera, it's the microphone.
Oh, really?
Would you like a voice, Jeff? Yeah. Would you like the voice to tell the people?
Sure.
I've been thinking about this in the shower for like 20 years. Today is the day, right? That I finally make it.
Where did you come from?
Exactly. Honestly, man, yeah. But people freeze up, dude. They freeze up big time. Yeah. Do you think there's going to be another version of Canadian Idol or like American Idol that's just like run by YouTube people? That's got to be a new thing that can come around.
Yeah,
because nobody's watching cable.
No,
parents.
It's true. I go inside. I watch. Like, I don't even turn on the cable. I got a cable box there. I don't even turn it on. I just turn on.
Oh, you
YouTube.
still have? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to throw it out, where would you throw it out?
Yeah.
What bin?
Be careful. Your gold membership's riding on it.
Okay, yeah. Bell, come on. I'd call Bell, man. Like, I paid for it. I get money back for that?
Yeah, that's true. But if you have to throw it out, which bin are you throwing it out in? Electronics bin?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That
right?
Exist
yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I got to call the guy, the special guy to come around. Because when you throw out a big TV, you got to call like a special guy to come pick that up, right?
What's his name?
I don't know. It comes in the pamphlet thing that you get in the mail.
Oh yeah, like you have to dispose of there's hazardous chemicals that could leak.
Yeah, like I flipped to page 1 on the calendar of whether there's garbage there or not, and they have like some numbers there. I just start calling numbers.
Yeah, true. And I love at the beginning of all those instruction booklets are like stop. Right?
Yeah.
And they always tell you the warnings. Don't put this in your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't choke on it.
Well, now I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Do you know that in North America, one of the things I was reading, I can't remember the dimensions. I think it's maybe like a 4x6. But if a bag is smaller than a 4x6, you have to have print in English on the bag saying, warning, this is a choking hazard.
A joking or choking? Oh, okay. Because it's kind of funny if you put that. Is this a joke? Like, I'm not putting this in my mouth.
Yeah, you can prank your buddies with this. Warning.
Warning, they might choke on it.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a preference for Ziploc bags?
No.
Ziplocs?
Yeah, like double zips or...
I was going to say, do they have different Ziploc bags? I just go with the Ziplocs.
You're talking about the button?
Yeah, I guess it's like the name brand. Yeah,
it's like the sliding zipper.
That's the
those didn't even exist until I don't know how long ago.
Oh, the sliding zipper.
It used to always just be literally you clip, like you pinch.
Yeah.
Very
the
tactile.
fold, yeah.
Dude, I never had the ones as a kid that had like the, the one that had the yellow and the green. You push it together and it makes like a different color, and that's it's sealed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's some high quality Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
But whenever you get an off-brand one, they're always like...
I was going to say I was always name brand. I was going to say I never went with the off brand.
They'll leak. They'll open up.
Right.
Your goldfish will go everywhere.
Right?
What did you guys talk about on episode 38? Recycling, Ziploc bags.
You have something like solid in there, you squish it weird, it makes holes in it, starts leaking.
Yeah, and you
Right?
get the forbidden sauce.
Yeah, the forbidden sauce in your pocket.
That's what they I don't know if they call it anything or who they is, but if there's ever something that you would call like a forbidden banana, it's the banana that gets left behind beneath the textbooks in your backpack for like 2 weeks.
God.
That's a forbidden banana.
Dude, don't even get me started. I was the kid that kept everything in my winter coat pockets.
Like
Everything, bro. Like, dude, I used to go to school. I used to be bad for eating my lunch, right? So I'd have like a couple bites out of my sandwich. I'd be like, nah, I'd save this shit
stuff
for
it
later.
back.
I'd saran wrap the thing back up and I'd stuff it in my pocket. And then I'd like, go home, whatever. And then like my mom give me clementine for lunch. And like next thing I'd be like, oh, I'll take this out. Oh, no, I'll eat it later. I'm going to play first, put it in my pocket. Well, dude, next thing you know, like my mom come home and like I come home and my pockets would be full. This is like after like months, dude. Like months. Like winter's almost over. And my mom's like, what do you have in your pockets?
Yeah.
Well, dude, we'd empty it. It'd be fuzzy, dude. It'd be growing.
That's
Dude, that's
gross.
bad, man.
Yeah.
But I was that
That's
guy, man. But the
nasty.
Ziploc bags, they kept that stuff contained.
they would.
Yeah.
They
The saran wrap was messy.
Saran wrap was no good. Saran wrap was
It's just a problem, man. I never liked saran wrap.
the technology there is not.
No, it's not very good. There's so many
Bluetooth saran
so
wrap.
many-
What the fuck?
Dude, it's like the other day I pulled saran wrap off and I was trying to put it over a plate and I couldn't tell which side was the sticky side.
one. They make it so complicated.
Yeah.
Right? Because I ripped it off and I kind of went like this. And once I had it like this, I couldn't tell which side was like up or down anymore,
I
right?
know.
There needs to be instructions on
That's
it.
right.
We need instructions.
Don't choke on this, by the way. Before you do anything, just make sure you don't use it to cover your mouth.
Right?
Choke on it.
Who the hell came up with press and seal?
Yeah.
The guy who's angry at saran wrap?
Does that even work though, or is that marketing?
I don't know.
Is all saran wrap not press and seal?
I was gonna say I never really had press and seal, but I know it used to be like a big thing.
Does it use static electricity friction technology? Like, what is it
It's
actually?
mini suction cups.
Just the smallest of the ones.
Okay, so speaking of that, suction cups, I want to transition to what I was talking about, sexual tension. It kind of sounds the same.
Oh god.
If you're riding on the back of a motorcycle, right, and your buddy gets a new bike and he says, I want you to go on for a ride with me, right? Even the two straightest guys on the planet, is there not some amount of sexual tension there?
Yeah, dude, you got to go nut to butt, bro.
Yeah, you do. And I was telling Nick this earlier. Like this is something that really hits close to home for me. And I just don't think it's gay at all, as long as you don't act on the sexual tension.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
just
forbidden
play.
tension.
dude, even if I was like the driver and I even said like, dude, hold on.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna hold on?
Yeah.
Like you reach around and like hug me. I'm like, no, dude, there's handles back there. Like,
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
man, don't hug me.
So is there more sexual tension on like a dirt bike or a Sea-Doo? Because you're in bathing suits.
Ooh,
on the Sea-Doo.
The Sea-Doo.
Depends
all
how
wet,
big the
slippery.
seat is, though,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's the Sea-Doos that have the big seats
The
where it's
three-
like the three people. So it's like if you
And you get to
leave
hold
the
the
gap
rope.
in the middle,
Yeah.
then you're all right.
Yeah.
That's true. They
Right?
really thought about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Design.
Yeah,
They thought
yeah.
about the two
Yeah.
homies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
Sea-Doo, more like Sea-Don't.
Because I've definitely jumped on one of those and left that seat vacant, right? Like, yeah, you drive, I'll sit back here and be the caboose, you know?
Yeah, I'll be your high
Yeah,
from the back.
right? But you get on one of those sport bike things and they're like, yo, jump on. I'm like, I'm just going to jump in the boat.
And,
You know?
and then, bro, it's like, yeah, it's true. Because if you're on a dirt bike, it's like, slow down, man.
yeah.
You're going too fast.
The dirt bike's sketchy because it's like the dirt bike, you got to have like rear pegs. Like, where do you
Yeah.
even put your feet? Do you wrap around your feet too?
Yeah, I
or?
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
like, yeah. And what's the proper etiquette for the guy in the back as to where he's supposed to put his arms or hands? Does he hold the hips,
Right?
or does he like on the shoulders or wrapped around like a
hips?
hug? Like
Yeah.
what's-
Like from just a sense of security, I feel like the hips are probably where I would feel like I have the most. Like if I'm not falling off, it's because I'm holding the guy's hips.
Like
right,
if-
but you
if-
might also fall in love.
Yeah.
So
You won't fall off, but you may fall in love.
Do you want to go for another motorcycle ride? I love riding on the back. Dude,
Whoa.
but go to the scenario of no helmets though. If you're hugging him, are you just breathing on his back like right?
It
Like
could be the exhaust.
right? Yeah. Dude, it's just the exhaust. Just
Yeah,
And that hot dog shaped thing that's pushing into you. That's my my hot dog. I stuffed in my jacket yesterday.
yeah.
That's not something else.
dude, don't worry. Don't worry. It's just my winter coat.
Yeah, I forgot. My mom packed me this hot dog. Holy shit.
Dude, what are you even doing calling them hot dogs, dude? We no longer call them hot dogs,
What are
dude.
they, wieners?
What are they
now?
called?
Oh, they're
Wieners?
glizzies, bro.
Oh, glizzy.
I've been introduced to the glizzies, and I've no longer called them hot dogs.
But does Schneiders have that on the packaging? Is that something that they will do?
I don't know. I think it's just a new thing.
It's kind of just the
Like I think it's just gonna turn over from like red hots to glizzies or red glizzies or something or glizzy hots or something.
So, question: if Schneiders ever did a campaign for like June for like Gay Pride, and then they did like
What, gay glizzies?
yeah, did you think that'd be ever something that they'd like
Or bring back like the purple and green ketchup and stuff, like a rainbow ketchup, like
the Heinz
Right.
Rainbow Edition?
right?
Yeah. I don't know if that would
lube
be
up your glizzies.
from a social media level, brilliant. But from like an actual people buying your product level, is that gonna make people angry? I don't know.
You can't even get angry at it anymore
No.
in today's day and age. You
No.
can't even get mad.
Can you imagine a Republican accidentally buying a package of Rainbow
Whoa,
hot
let's
dog?
not get political here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, celery with chicken wings.
Celery with chicken wings. What about carrot sticks? No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I gotta
Carrot
do the
sticks or
carrot
celery?
sticks over celery though.
Whenever they give you the carrot sticks, it's always like the industrial fucking sized carrots.
Yeah.
That they kind of quarter
And
off.
they've been soaking in water for so long they get the curve to them, like the backwards
I was
curve
gonna
to
say
them.
sometimes they forget to soak them in water and they're so freaking dry.
That's a no go for me.
Yeah.
If they're ashy carrots, dude, I'm out. I'm out, dude.
Ashy carrots. So what kind of carrots?
You know what I mean as soon as I say it. You know the ashy, wrinkly ones. No, man.
No matter of dipping sauce.
No, I think that's the funniest thing about people who order like vegetables at a restaurant to be healthy.
Yeah.
It's not even healthy because they're dipping it in like
blue
2 pounds
cheese.
of ranch.
Yeah,
or blue
man.
cheese. It's like
disgusting.
you might as well throw away the vegetable now. You're not eating healthy.
Like honestly, you're right, and like I swear to God, there's probably some kid in grade 9 wood shop that has like wood shavings that would taste better than some of those carrots.
Yeah.
That are given with these chicken wings.
Yeah.
But does anybody know the history of that?
I don't know, but I feel like the celery to me, there's no flavor. Like, not that celery has flavor anyways. There's something
Yeah.
weird about it. It's not yellow, but it's not green, but it's kind of,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's literally just water stick.
It's kind of the kind of celery that you're not sure if you should throw it in the green bin or the garbage.
Celery is a lot of water. I feel like, man.
I usually just throw that stuff in the backyard for the rabbits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can get back to the community. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community. Sorry guys, I'm on Dewey patrol here.
Yeah, Dewey's really. This is not usual for.
Yeah, sometimes she'll step on a key. Mike, hit us up with an article now. Let's actually get into the
Yeah, sure.
facts that matter here.
Oh wow. Yeah, here, just get her off, and we'll.
That sounded so wrong, dude.
Oh damn, we're trying to get away from that. Oh wow, what's she doing?
See, I knew she was going to do that. She paused the recording. Okay, we're
she
good.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah, so an article that I actually came up across last week is 1,200 people were surveyed, and don't ask me who surveyed,
Okay.
but 1,200 people were surveyed, and it came that 40% of them would rather have sex with a robot than a human.
40%?
Oh, jeez.
And the biggest common answer as to why
Wow.
was that you don't have to go through the hassle of finding a mate with a human. You can just have sex when you want. And that's so the
Okay.
people are worried that AI is going to be, taking humans' jobs away. They're
Yeah.
going to be taking people's lovers. That's the real issue,
Dude.
But that's crazy, man. That's a high number. It might even
40%
like
is scary.
yeah.
40%, like if you think about it, those are all the people who are sick of Bumble and Tinder and just, would rather not.
Yeah. You don't have to deal with all that.
So
Tinder.
that was 40% of people saying that they would rather have like a relationship or just purely.
So it was purely sex, not necessarily a relationship.
Gotcha. And
I can't even comment. Like, I don't even know what to say because I'm just trying to think in my head. I'm just like, gee, have sex with a robot.
Well,
like, aren't
40
they metal,
40
dude? Like, how do you do that?
Now you got to start thinking about all the people you know in
Right.
your life and fitting in the 40% that you think would fall under that category.
Jeez.
that's true. Who would be somebody that you know?
Dude, don't call me out like that. Dude, don't call me out like
I'm
that.
staring so deep into myself.
Yeah, he's like,
the podcast.
yeah. Who do you know that would do that? Name them by name.
Honestly,
Dude, gold recycling bin guy for sure, man.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
He's probably like, dude, have you seen these robots? You got to like, you know, talk to the government and they like study you before you get the golden robot.
Yeah, and so that's the problem. That's the problem with human psychology is everybody loves achievements, right? So if you were to add gamification, like if I was one of these companies that made one of these robot things for guys and girls, I would add achievements to loneliness. But I would make loneliness something that you would work towards.
To work towards.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know, like,
That's dark.
well, it would be cool. It would be cool
For who?
for the people.
It would be lonely.
for the people using it, right? And then, you know, so here's the way that I would do it. That's how I would create this community. And people would get achievements and it'd be like 100, you'd have like a streak, like 100 days, right? And then you would start getting, you know, you'd have an online community where you find other people with streaks, so like 100 days. And then they would find, you know what? Actually, we do have things in common. And I guarantee you could create relationships out of that.
What, that we're both lonely for 100 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight back to back?
Oh, it's like a matchmaking service now.
Yeah, we'll just match our depression together and we'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
You match your levels of
two depressions create something super
I
positive, right?
never know.
That's science.
they create
math.
an impression.
Yeah.
Two depressions create an impression.
Oh, there you go.
So
Clip it up.
yeah. So
Is that factual?
careful. Careful.
It doesn't really matter if it is or isn't on this
At this
pod.
point,
It'll get called out anyways.
TikTok says we're wrong no matter what. So we stopped fact checking.
If Mike Tyson told you were wrong, would you listen?
Depends how far away from me he was, like physically.
He'll make his way.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, did you guys see the clip the other day of Mike Tyson beating the crap out of the guy on the plane?
I didn't because I knew what would happen. Like I just didn't need to see it, you know. Like I'm sure the guy got punched pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people were holding Mike back though, right?
Yeah.
Because it's on a flight too. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like first class or whatever.
Why
And
would
the
you have
guy's
to be
just
knob like that, man?
being such. I don't know what he might like. Obviously, he's drunk, but the guy's just being a dick, asking for autographs and whatnot.
Was it
And-
business class or economy?
No, it was like first class, business class. Like it was really nice.
Why would the guy be doing that?
But he's right behind him over
Yeah.
Mike's head,
Yeah.
just yelling in his head the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's
and
so
like you can
annoying.
tell he's drunk, and Mike's just putting up with it. And at some point, he had enough.
At some point, he just bit his ear off.
Yeah,
See you later.
but he was on. He's got that hot boxing podcast.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson does, and he had Joe Rogan on there like a week ago or something
Yeah.
too. And Joe Rogan's in like different than what you're used to seeing Joe Rogan. Usually, you'd see him in his like comfortable studio for his own pod, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now he's
Somebody
in the
else's.
middle of like two. And Mike Tyson's not even like he's big, but he's a short guy. And Jesus, these two guys, Mike Tyson and the co-host, look like they're monsters compared to like Joe Rogan. And Joe
Really?
Rogan's
Yeah.
just like slouched on like the big couch in the middle. He looks so tiny and uncomfortable. And Mike Tyson actually just randomly brings up at a point, he's like, "Man, I was looking back on some of your, stand up.
Yeah.
You were a jerk." He's like,
Yeah, he
"You're
was.
quite a jerk." And Joe's like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, outside his element.
And he's like, he looked to the producer. He's like, pull up some stuff,
Yeah,
showing.
yeah.
And he types in, "Is Joe Rogan a jerk?" And Joe's like, "Are you really gonna do this with me right now?"
Yeah.
But Joe didn't even want to say nothing because he
Yeah.
doesn't want to upset
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. That's not someone you want to.
That's true.
Definitely
with.
not.
Man, but it's interesting too because I've never seen like an episode of him where he's outside of like Fear Factor, UFC, or like his own podcast. Like he doesn't do other things.
Yeah,
from what I
he's.
know.
I mean, he's makes so much money. on
Does he
those.
need to?
Doesn't. No.
I guess he doesn't, but it's interesting, like you say, when he's out of his territory to try and see how he interacts with people.
Yeah.
Not like we're anybody.
But he didn't know. He didn't like
judge
know
him
what to
on.
do with his hands.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
no,
that's a big thing, man. Like for most people in social settings, that's why I like the metaverse, is because like your hands, you don't need to worry about ever where you're putting them.
I always wondered why that was a thing. I think that's just like mind over matter. Like,
Figure out what to
don't
do with your
think
hands.
about your hands.
Well, the problem
Well,
is
the biggest. Yeah, you're.
think about your smile. Like, where did I put my smile? Right? Like, dude, like you're taking a picture, not of your hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're a hand model, then you're like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah. How do I get the best optics on this?
Hand models.
But
Like now you're making me think about it. You're like,
no,
and I'm like,
now I'm doing this,
right? And I'm like, do I just hold it like Mike or?
Well, man, think about before phones. Is people didn't have to think about so much because like the phone is in your hand probably like 60% of the waking day, right? You know, but for us, and then it begs a question when you don't have your phone. It's like you either substitute with a drink. Then if you don't have that in your hand, it feels
wrong. Feels like you need something there.
You either do the power pose in the front, behind, but there's levels of body language wise. If you have your hands kind of in front, like crossed, or like in front of your chest crossed, it's like you're protecting your vital organs. You know, that used to be a thing like 20 years ago. Or like if you have your hands behind you, it means like you're anxious, and depending on like how far up the wrist, like you're gripping your wrist, it means the more anxious you are.
Oh, really?
But I feel like that body language doesn't really stand true anymore because it's also like that was 30 years ago when the FBI was deciding this was a thing. Before
I was just about to say, dude. So if I just like don't know what to do with my hands and I have to think like on a punch, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna grab my wrist like this. And they're like, anxious.
He's anxious.
No, I wasn't. I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have my phone with me.
Right? Like sometimes I just like put them in my pockets.
Exactly.
Right.
You feel around for the musty bananas.
Right. Yeah.
And the mold. Do I still have that in here?
Just make sure that there's nothing in there. No, I grew out of that phase.
Yeah, we all did. We all did.
We can't go back to that and hold that over me.
Never.
I'm a sales and leasing specialist, dude. The only thing I got in my keys now, the only thing I got in my pockets now are keys.
Keys, yeah.
Keys.
Yeah, honestly, I try and leave the house with as little as possible.
Yeah.
Right, the wallet, the keys.
That's it.
Phone, I guess.
Yeah.
You do
Phone,
the
wallet,
pocket.
keys.
You do the pocket check.
Yeah.
So,
You just tie.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're talking about leaving the house, I'm gonna make a very poor transition here.
Okay, we love it.
If you knew that you were going up to space, you know, for you'd obviously have to do like a double pocket check to figure what you have in your pockets.
That would be anxiety.
That would be
Yeah,
anxiety.
I was gonna say.
That would be anxiety defined right there. Like you can't forget anything. Like,
Right. Yeah. So I laughed because the other day I got an ad for Virgin Galactic, and I thought, wow.
Yeah, fitting.
First of all, pretty cool, right? Right? Pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
Although I won't be able to afford it, I respect you guys for thinking of me and your algorithm to target potentials. But I was laughing because it's basically, as we know, Virgin Galactic. It's a trip to space, and it's commercial company that basically says feel the tip of the universe, right? We want just the tip of the universe, right?
No pun intended with the name.
No pun intended, man.
If you haven't felt the tip of the universe, you're about to.
Virgin Galactic, feel the tip.
Like you've never felt it before, you virgins.
Dude, wow. So hold on.
How much is that gonna cost though?
Let me get this out. I don't know.
Wait, and there's so much potential there.
So
Feel the tip and no longer be a virgin.
wow, that's true. But man, so the thing that I thought was interesting. It says even if you don't plan on going to space right away, because you got to fill out survey form. Like I'm immediately interested. I plan on going to space in the future. I was like, there's nothing stopping us from creating a company right now to say you could go to space one day with our team
in the future.
And we may let you come up in our ship. Right? At that point, we collect millions of email addresses of people.
Call out to Virgin Galactica or whatever it is. Just say, hey, all the guys that said in the future, can you send us their contacts?
Exactly. But man,
we need to reach out to those people.
Yeah, I thought that was super interesting, man. Like one day, they're collecting a list of these people who are volunteering.
But let me just ask though, where do you go? Like, where is space? Like, I'm going to space. So they just fly up super high, and
there's
then
no destination.
You just made the barrier. Now you're in space. We're going back down. You're like, I didn't even see anything.
No. Yeah, you get that little sensation of weightlessness for a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Go to Sky Zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get double bounced.
Yeah. Isn't there a place called Zero Gravity or something?
Some people are never double bounced and it shows.
Right? That was always the worst for me, dude. I never got the legs right. So if your legs were like straight legs as you went down, you got double bounced, and then cripples your knees.
Came through your chin.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man. That's for sure. Would you guys go to space? It's obligatory. I have to either talk about space or VR.
I'm not. I'm gonna say no.
Why?
Because Earth is exciting enough for me.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I already know. Are you just talking about like a trip to space, like something that's
like? Are we gonna get out on the moon? That's what I mean.
It depends how much.
Yeah. What are you talking about here? Yeah.
Well, you're gonna need a lot more than.
You say space, but what does that mean?
Right.
Okay, let's go to the moon. Let's go to the moon for a field
Okay.
trip. Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going then.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, I'd rather stay on Earth. No, you won't.
No.
No, I thought you meant like live though.
What do you think?
I'm with you there. I'd rather live here.
I don't know if I would live there, but I asked this question on the podcast with Son. He was laughing. He's like, "What's up with white people in space, man? You guys like." He's like, "What did he say? I haven't even gone to, I haven't even seen the other side of Canada or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said, but man, I look at it and I say, if you go to space, I can't wait for all the YouTubers to start saying, first ever video brackets in space, or like, the clickbait used to say like not clickbait or like gone sexual.
Yeah.
I pranked my friend in space.
In space.
Dude, it's gonna be sick. The new revolution of YouTubers, they're really gonna milk that. Those are gonna be the people who are going to space. And I think if we all pooled money and we picked one person to volunteer to go up there, and you just designed a YouTube career out of that, you make a YouTube channel.
Dude, it's going to be hectic, though.
Can you
imagine all those spaceships going up there? Like,
If we all pooled money,
Yeah.
so that one person could go to space.
Yeah.
We all have to pool money just to get a townhouse. Brother,
That's true.
how are we going to pool money to get to space?
That's true.
You better know 500 people.
That's true.
I couldn't even afford to go to Europe. Never mind space, man. Like,
we'd have to crowdfund this spatial experience. One lucky winner would vlog it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we would deliver investments back to our partners.
the pressure of that guy in that vlog, though. Don't mess it up.
Camera shaking.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is my first vlog from space.
Do not mess this up. You know how much money we've pooled?
If we don't get 20 million subscribers off your ass, you're done.
You better stay there.
Right?
Oh,
He's not coming home till we get 20,000 likes.
Oh my god, yeah. You get a zero gravity beating. That's for sure. But man. And speaking of YouTubers, you know how they're all, and like Conor McGregor, he's got like the whiskey and all that stuff, and that's the new thing. I was thinking the other day, because I was editing the podcast, and one of the things we talked about was the magazines. It was the old scratch and sniff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that does smell pretty good, right? And then you keep flipping, right? And then you open for the next one, or it'd be like a really old magazine. There's no scent left, but you try and reminisce about what it might have smelled like based on the person like in water and the scarf.
Yeah, and like the
ad.
picture behind the scratch and sniff, all like the leaves. And
Exactly. But I think we haven't peaked until YouTubers start making their own fragrance and cologne lines.
I got one, dude.
You got one what?
Eucalyptus and mint. That's a good fragrance, dude. I went to the store the other day, man.
What?
I went to Eucalyptus.
What?
Yeah, I grabbed it.
I'm so
Dude, yeah, I know. He was just like, what did you say? What fragrance was that?
What did you just say?
What fragrance did you say?
You can lick the puss and mint?
Yeah, dude. I went to the store the other day and I grabbed it off the shelf and I was like, Eucalyptus and mint. That sounds good, dude. And that's my new thing, dude. It's the only
So that's
soap
a
you find in my shower.
Eucalyptus? You can lick
Eucalyptus?
What?
I don't know. What did you just say?
eucalyptus?
Is that what it is? Is that what it is, dude? I don't know, man. Maybe I
lick the puss and
I
mint.
think I sounded it out wrong. Maybe eucalyptus?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, dude, that's what I got, man. That's my fragrance. That's my go-to, man. That's my go-to fragrance. Eucalyptus and mint, man. It's the best. It's like you put it on your hair and like you leave it for 30 seconds. You get that like cooling effect. Right? You feel like it's all like cool in your head.
I can't believe you figured that out.
I didn't even know that's what it was. I don't even know what
such confidence.
What is it? Eucalyptus? What is it?
There's no licking. There's no licking.
What is it then?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
Yes.
I didn't even know. What is that, man? Is that a plant?
Yes.
Well, it's not a pussy.
Dude, the
hilarious, bro.
Dude, the eucalyptus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my scent though, man. I love it. I love it, dude. It smells so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sometimes-
I'm gonna have that. Oh,
Yeah, man. If you just go in the bathtub, sometimes just squirt that stuff and turn on the hot water to smell the bathroom up. It's so good, dude. It's like smelling a bottle of Vicks, you know, like.
Yeah, you're right.
You smell so good. What is
Yeah.
that? You can lip this pussy.
I didn't say it like that, dude. I didn't say it derogatory. You guys did make it You guys did make it sexual. I didn't mean it like that.
You said it like if I
didn't say you could lick
any
this
word in English.
Oh my God.
If I was not a native English speaker, that's what English sounds like.
You took a 5-second break between every word. You can lick this puss.
With mint? I didn't say it like that. I said eucalyptus. That's what it is.
Oh, bro, I can't get anything out. My stomach hurts.
It's eucalyptus and mint. And that's what I bought, and that's what I stick to.
Oh
That's okay,
God.
man. Laughing burns lots of calories.
Oh my God! But dude, going back to it,
What's yours? Is yours like a Pert Plus?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I want to focus on is YouTuber cologne. That's all I wanted from
Well,
this.
if it doesn't exist, it's gonna exist now.
I thought you meant fragrance, like soap fragrance. I didn't think you meant cologne.
I meant cologne. If
Yeah.
Jake Paul or Logan Paul were to release a scent,
Yeah.
you tell me people wouldn't buy that?
Yeah, they would.
What, like a spaceship scent?
I don't know.
I think, I think like actors and whatnot, and even like content creators and stuff have shown like it doesn't even need to be a good product,
Yeah.
and it sells.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like a big idiot now for saying eucalyptus. I'm not saying it's eucalyptus.
Well, hey,
That's
you
all
learn
right.
something.
Right?
We
That's
always
all
come
right.
out of every pod knowing we learned something.
We
Shit.
learned a hell of a lot
Shit, dude.
today.
I got to get rid of that out of my fridge now.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's a first world problem to put your socks on when your feet are wet?
Oh,
I just refuse to.
You go barefoot.
I'm not fighting with you today. Right? You get it like halfway in, like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
toes in the heel, and I just can't get any further.
Why has nobody come up with a good solution for that? Here we are with smartphones, and we don't have smart socks yet.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Right?
It's just, man.
What kind of material would we need to?
Yeah, I don't know. But sometimes when you're trying to put a sock on and your feet are wet, like out of the shower, it's just such a fight.
Well, what's that? What's worse, that or like your body's still wet? Let's say you don't have a towel and trying to put on like a shirt.
Why would you not have a towel? Like for swimming
No,
pool?
I'm giving you an example of, okay, let's say, I don't know. Don't you just hypotheticals, okay?
Okay.
Someone's come and taken all your towels in your house,
Yes.
and you got out of the shower, and he just left you there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going to do like the wet...
Okay, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead. I like where this is going.
Dude, if I'm gonna fight with the socks, I'm doing like back in the day, like when you got to put the socks on, like the little kid, you got to roll it all the way to the toe, like you got to bunch it all the way, and then you just work it from the toe all the way back. Like
yeah, I feel like that's like OG like camping
Right.
style.
Yeah.
that's the only way to do it. You can't just grab the top and rock that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right. And then Mike, like what you're saying with the towel, I think you just make do. You just use a shirt and use the shirt to dry yourself.
Oh, okay.
And put on the shirt that's dry. I think that's probably the best.
That's okay. Yeah,
It's smart. Just
I don't
use
like
another,
your answer, but I respect it.
Dude, it's just a towel is just another piece of fabric that's a rectangle.
Yeah.
Extra absorbent though.
So we were, another
I know where you're going.
another switch here.
Oh God, I feel
So
so uneasy of where this is going, and you guys
something
both know.
something that we came to the realization just a little bit earlier before the podcast. Why do we call ice cubes ice cubes? Because half of the ice cubes that we know are not cubes at all. Think of the ice that's in your freezer and those little things. What do you call that? Just ice?
Yeah.
But we call it ice cubes.
Yeah, mine are round on the bottom.
That's
Yeah.
Nothing
It's
cubed
not.
about
There's
that.
nothing cube about it. No.
Nothing cubed
Is it a
about
shape that we've learned about in school? We don't even draw these things. Like there's no word for this shape,
Yeah,
but we call them ice cubes.
So
that's so weird.
I think we need to email Jeff Bezos or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Figure out an
Yeah.
answer to this.
That's true.
I'm offended now.
It's not a rectangle. It's not a
Right?
square.
Can you get offended about that in today's day and age?
I think you could.
Right?
I think
much
you
anything.
could. I think you
Yeah.
could. For sure you could.
I guess, but I was just about to say though, but when you go to like McDonald's, do you ask for no ice cubes or you just ask for no ice?
No ice. Yeah.
Right?
I say no ice.
No ice.
But I feel like their ice is actually ice cubes.
Is it like perfect cubes?
I feel like if there is any.
Is there a reason
there's
though?
I
that
feel
were
like
cubes
they're
to begin
small
with?
like wafers with
Yeah,
a
like
rounded
chips.
top.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like
right,
chips.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the industrial ice machines work at hotels and stuff like that. It's not really ice cubes, is it? It's just like ice shavings.
Yeah.
It's shavings. It's shavings.
Chippings.
Yeah, and I feel like the reason they do that is probably because you can freeze it faster.
Well, I've always wondered, like, what's in there? Is it just like a massive cube that they just like put in it, just like
There's
chips
like 4
it,
little
like,
people
right?
in there.
Just
They
grinds
just
it
work-
down.
They
and
work
it's in
really
your
hard.
calculator.
And they're
too
all
hard to be
they're-
sweaty.
Yeah. No. And if they do get sweaty, they'll just put on some eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus and mint, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's kidding, man.
yeah. So I thought it was interesting. So here's something that's actually factual. What's really interesting is obviously we all know yawns are contagious.
Yeah.
Did you know that apparently it's not just a thing for mammals? Like when you see another, like you see a cat yawn, you could yawn.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
when a cat sees you yawn, they could yawn.
Yeah.
Do you know it goes even as far beyond to certain lizards? Will actually
did
do it as
not.
well. It's not just like a thing for mammals.
I didn't even know lizards yawn.
Exactly.
Really?
Yes, reptiles. Certain reptiles will yawn, and people still don't really understand why we yawn. We think it's because your brain wants to like ingest like a significant amount more oxygen.
It's oxygen,
your-
yeah, to wake you up a little bit more because you're tired.
But why? When you see somebody else yawn, science still doesn't have an explanation.
Oh yeah, true. Why that's contagious? Because you may not even be tired,
Yeah,
but it does get you yawn. That's weird.
it's like, but I know to some degree there's studies done saying like if somebody yawns and you don't yawn, that person could lack empathy. Like if you don't, yawn when somebody else does, or you don't like them.
Is that like holding your wrist like a little bit too high?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of tension there.
He didn't yawn.
Yeah,
No
but-
empathy.
Exactly, man. But I thought that was interesting. Like, man, for this to say that it goes beyond mammals, like you could see a gorilla yawn, and you would yawn, and vice versa. I think that's a really meaningful thing. There's no joke there.
No, I know, but I don't understand how it's meaningful.
What do you mean meaningful?
Well, you said.
I know, right? I was trying to make sense of it. That's a really meaningful thing. I'm like, if I'm at the
I
zoo
think
and
it's
that
pretty
thing
cool.
yawns at me and I just yawn back, is that like, oh my God, dude, come here for a second.
Yeah, it's just
That
like,
was
it's
meaningful.
kind of like the beginning of a relationship, right? You think people say like they locked eyes, at a bar, and all of a sudden,
What
that's-
relationship?
True. Let's just imagine
It was
true
love at first yawn?
Yeah.
With the gorilla.
No, not in the girl. I switched to people. I switched to people.
Oh, okay.
Get your mind out of the recycling bin.
My bad.
So, but imagine like you
Dude, I'm
lock
missing the
eyes- Can
transition.
you imagine though you lock eyes with somebody and they immediately yawn, you yawn back, and that's the beginning of a love story?
This is it.
Wow.
That's kind
I
of
feel like that should be directed by Adam Sandler or something.
Yeah, Adam Sandler goes over there. He's like, "You're tired too?" Yeah, I'm not really enjoying it either. And
That's an
like,
instant conversation starter
back
for
to
yeah,
sure.
it is. Yeah,
I have a great bed to sleep in.
yeah. Like, hey, what time do you have to wake up tomorrow morning? Like, I'm pretty tired. Like, did you have a good sleep last night? Yeah, I'm looking forward. Right?
Do you like yawn twice just to make sure it's real though? You like yawn, they yawn back, then you like holding your mouth open again, trying to make yourself yawn.
trying to get that perfect amount of sleep?
Was it coincidence or is this
exactly.
real?
Do it again. I don't trust you. That's petty. That's another level of petty.
What's your guys' thoughts on the Godfather movies?
Godfather movies?
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Like one of those kind of people that just instantly puts it to the top of the list of all movies just
No,
because
not
it seems like everyone
Too
just does
long.
that because
Nah, I'm not that guy, but it's like Godfather's on, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck are you
yeah.
watching?
Would you throw the Godfather movies up in like even like a top 5 gangster movies?
No. Well, hold on. You just said
Top
gangster
5
movies.
gangster movies. Yeah.
You gotta like.
Top 5 movies.
I'm not talking about top 5 movies. I'm
No.
talking about I'm stretching it even farther back. Top 5 gangster movies. Think like Goodfellas, stuff like that.
I don't even know gangster
Like Joe
movies.
Dirt, that's gangster.
Joe
That's definitely in my top 5. That's a top 3 for me. That's a top 3 in the gangster movies for me. Totally gangster,
Someone,
dude.
the headline right now would be like, man leaves the Godfather off his top 5 gangsters list. See his list now. And I'm like, what? And they go and they're like, okay, he's got Goodfellas, Joe Dirt.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, literally, that could be you holding up the DVD cover floating in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Top 5 gangster movies, and you have Joe Dirt and brackets in space. Right? To watch in space.
Speaking of Jeff Bezos, if you're watching this, dude, I'm not paying $7.99 to rent it. Dude,
he's not watching
I'm
this.
not paying $7.99 to rent that, dude. I have a VHS in my drawer.
He's not watching this today.
Just in
Maybe
case.
tomorrow. Try again tomorrow.
But hold on, Mike.
God.
So you think Godfather is
Yeah, so I think
overrated?
I think it's really overrated. I still think they're fine movies. I'll say they're good movies, but yeah, it just bothers me. I sometimes when I look for new movies to watch or something, you ever type in,
and it's always at the top of the search
it's always at the
results,
top of everyone's list, and it's just like no, it's not. Like there's so many great movies. The pacing, it's so slow.
It is very slow.
Getting into all the characters is like okay, it's whatever. And yeah, it's like
You gotta be
I don't know,
dedicated.
man. I feel like it just the timing of when it came out, and that was the vibe or whatever, for what people wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And so it just sold, and it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but yeah,
it is.
I hate how overrated it is, and people like that's the thing that gets put on a
fan base
pedestal.
is the worst part of it.
Yeah, the fan base is the worst part about The Godfather.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I look at. There's a lot of movies that shape culture, right? And Godfather is like every grade 8 Italian kid, because he saw The Godfather in his dad's movie collection. And he watched 10 minutes and he puts on this Italian. It's like, brother, first of all, you don't even speak Italian. So stop it, right? You're from Woodbridge. We know it's like kind of like a halfway point, but stop. Godfather's not, but it's like they embody this whole mafia thing, right? Like,
Gabagoo.
Yeah, well, that's what Italians always do. They always get into the out-Italian each other. That's why we always say they're the Arabs of Europe, right? Because they always try and outdo each other. Like when I don't know about you, but it's like the whole thing with Lebanese people. Like we're just gonna call them out. They always out try and Lebanese each other.
They do.
You're bro. I can get better figs back home, right?
Yeah.
Or no, that's not real hummus, bro. That's not a real shawarma. I'll bring you we're real shawarma.
It's those kind of there's the certain nationalities and whatnot.
They're always trying to outdo each other.
Not just that, but they always have to tell you where they're from at some point. Yeah, they have to tell you they're Lebanese. They have to tell you they're they have to tell you. It's like, why are you even telling me this? I didn't ask.
I'm not Arab. I'm Lebanese.
No, I'm Lebanese.
Sorry, dude.
By the way, that's the Lebanese, not lesbian.
Pushing P. She is lesbian. Jeez, man.
Dude, lesbian is Eucalyptus and man. Dude, that's sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's one thing that I think needs to be talked about more. I think everybody who watches sports and bets on sports is a freaking chump.
Dude, okay. I have to admit this. Last night I was introduced to virtual sport betting, dude.
What?
Virtual.
They have I was betting on virtual dog racing.
Okay.
And
that's when you've gone full deep.
Oh yeah, dude. Honestly,
Virtual dogs?
I got to
just bet on
virtual
Polish
dogs?
soccer
No,
or
dude, I
something
was
if you
so ripped, and Bet365 has virtual betting. So I was
That's
like, "What's
so fun,
that?"
man.
So I clicked on it. Dude, I was betting $1 a race, right,
Yeah.
on virtual dog racing, and it's just like you just pick them, but they're computers.
Wow.
But I hate that
So-
because that could just be rigged, right?
So
Well, that's what I was saying for the longest time when I was losing, and then I came back $14, and I was like, "Yes, keep going!" Right?
okay, so here's where I want to go with this. So I think if you're gambling on sports, that's what like the regular Joe does.
Okay.
I think there needs to be a whole thing where people start gambling on the weather. I think that's way more exciting.
But don't you think sports is a little more predictable?
But it doesn't matter. The chaos, the payouts
Who
are
sets
bigger.
the lines? Who sets the lines? The weatherman?
I don't meteorologists,
You just
right?
fade the public
It's like,
all the time.
how
with the
how
weather.
did he get that mansion? All of a sudden, you just drive to his backyard. He's got all the crap back there blowing
Yeah, the
around and
crazy-
everything. You're like, makes sense.
Can you imagine? So
He's
the weather better.
He's a huge gambler.
they're like, okay, so at this particular longitude and latitude, there's a 70% chance it rains. You taking that bet?
Yeah.
I think people would go nuts.
Oh,
and the
man.
way that you do it is you set POIs, points of interest.
Yeah,
Right?
okay.
Well, that's
so you
like-
say like at Big Ben, like in UK today, there's a 70% chance
Dude,
there's thunderstorms.
I wouldn't even be surprised if that's already a thing.
But it's not.
Yeah, but that's like underground.
Dude,
That's
in
like-
sport betting, dude, you can bet on what color Gatorade gets poured on the coach at the end of the
There's
game.
no way.
I swear on my
for the
life.
Super Bowl, when it comes to big events, not like every game of the
Yeah.
season, but like
Yeah,
when it
but-
comes to the big events, some of the biggest prop bets for the Super Bowl are
on those super things?
What will the winning Gatorade color be? Because that's
That's
just
whack, though.
something.
I'd rather bet
It's
on the
crazy. No, I know. It's
How long
why
is-
so many people bet on
Right.
that when there's there's way better stuff to
Like-
actually that you feel you have some control over.
Yeah.
Like how long the anthem's going to be
Yeah,
and
how
stuff
long
like
will the
right?
anthem?
Like
Because every singer may take
a little bit longer. Wow.
They stretch it out.
I love the idea of instead of how people bet on like animals fighting.
Yeah.
I think like a nicer alternative is you bet on you have little butterflies in cocoons, and you bet on the color and type of butterfly they'll be when they come out.
Yeah, or you just like get the two cocoons and they both start hatching. And you bet on which one's gonna come out
Come out
faster.
first. Yeah.
right? Yeah,
You bet on bugs.
yeah,
If you got ants to fight
right.
instead of dogs to fight,
Yeah. Oh.
do we care as much?
Yeah.
Are people willing to bet on that? like you have beta fish.
Yeah, I don't let them fight though.
Yeah, we don't want them to fight.
Yeah, just everybody out there,
that's
don't let
illegal.
them fight.
Yeah, don't let them fight. But if you had ants,
Yeah.
right? Or you know, I also like the idea of like if you throw a fry in the parking lot and you have a chip
Seagulls.
for all the seagulls,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you tag them, you figure out which seagull is going to get the fry, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting.
That's
It's not
cool.
Fighting, but
That's cool.
It's probably like a little bit more interesting.
It's like if you see a bunch of like seagulls or pigeons, and then you like with your buddy hanging to throw this fry. Bet on which one's gonna get it first.
yeah, bet.
Bet, bro. Bet.
I love that.
You got to start
idea.
giving names to them too. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to name them all.
Can you
Keep
imagine?
track,
Right?
tag them.
In the next 10 years when that goes virtual,
Right?
you're flinging a virtual French fry with your VR headset.
Everybody
Got it in.
Right?
I got it in. Every podcast is talking about VR.
Everybody shows up with
metaverse.
their virtual pigeon at Nathan Phillips Square. Like, all right, you ready, buddy?
Dude, that'd be
They're gonna
sick.
throw the fry. You ready, buddy?
Yeah,
They're training you in the backyard all week for this.
that's true.
You got this.
Dude, yeah, and your pigeon's not strong enough. You can pay $7 for like a power pack,
Right.
To give him extra stats for the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Or you throw it like 2 centimeters more towards my pigeon than his pigeon.
I'm gonna just go take my shit and go to the mountains, bro.
Odds.
I'm exploring nature, bro. At that point, I'm done. I'm done with society. But
Okay, so I agree. And one point that I think is interesting to bring up, I think it's very weird to me that dish soap is scented.
why?
Why do you want your what is it? Not Dove, but what is a big dish soap company?
Palm olive.
There.
Okay, sure, let's go with that. They make
Or
it
Dawn.
like Mountain Forest scent.
Dawn dish
They make it like
soap.
Mountain Forest scent. Like one of them is like blue, and it like at the end of the day,
What the hell
it's
does
detergent.
Mountain Forest even smell like?
Exactly, it's detergent on your dishes. Why do you
Yeah.
want it to smell like anything?
I don't want my dishes to smell like a
Is that
mountain
not
forest.
residual chemical?
Because humans react more positively to everything that smells.
But that's disgusting if you think about it.
I know, but it's just
Like
science.
to clean dishes is just like
it'll
you're
sell
using-
better. It'll sell better, and people will be more positive around it.
But-
it's the same as a lot of things. It's not. We don't just put scents on things that go on our body. You
Yeah.
know?
Do you buy it for the scent or for the name though? Because they always have weird names like that.
Yeah, and you don't want to be sniffing because sometimes when you sniff dish soap, you'll get the bubble.
Yeah.
Like a bubble goes in your
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I just buy dish soap based on color. I don't even
Color?
read.
What?
I don't read. I don't read
what
the
colors
label.
what colors your go to?
Green. I don't know why. And if
Really?
it's not-
Okay.
and
The
if it's
green
not
apple.
Green
one.
apple.
Why
sure.
is that a soap for
Green?
dishes?
It's just a more popular color that I
Like
react to positively.
sour-
Like if you got orange soap, like it make you feel uncomfortable.
Orange.
orange.
The orange palm olive soap
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
get.
you
Or
know
then
what?
there's
Like
a
this,
lemon
it's a
one, too.
citrus.
Just get that shit away from
Or
me.
like
What the fuck?
purple or blue, right?
Blue. Blue's nice. I like blue.
I rock
What is
blue.
a blue
blue's
scent?
nice.
Yeah, I rock blue.
What is a blue scent?
What is the blue scent? Because you'll endorse it on this podcast.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I like the color.
I'm not sounding out my sense anymore. I'm just repeating what you guys are saying.
I was shocked you came up with palm olive and Dawn so nicely.
Yeah.
You really,
Yeah. I feel really self-conscious about the eucalyptus and mint now. So
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's like, I'm pretty sure that's my dish soap too. I'm pretty sure I just went all out.
yeah, I thought that was.
But do you smell the soap beforehand?
no. Do you open up
I
your?
do.
Do you
I do.
open up the
I
dish
do.
soap in the store? And
Yeah, well,
I've
just
never
open
done
the
it.
cap, man. What are
I've
you
never
talking
done
about?
it.
Open
I've
the
never
cap.
done. I trust their labels.
Yeah, I popped the
It's
cap
not
and
a matter of trust. It's like
yeah.
just
I give it like a little, air fart a couple times.
yeah.
That's good. I like that.
So if you're
Right.
doing that and you're opening it up, then you do care about the scent that you're getting.
I definitely do.
So you just turn this around on yourself.
I know, but why do I?
That's what I'm saying.
Why do I
don't
care?
think there's. Yeah.
I think that's really gross if you think about it.
I got you.
Because it's nice to smell it, but then it's also like, wait, like you're cleaning, like you're gonna put a sandwich on this.
What about like?
Why does that smell like anything?
What about like dryer sheets?
I don't
No,
know.
why don't they have different smells in what they do? Most of it's just kind of like that.
Fresh
Generic.
laundry
Like
smell.
it's like that fresh smell as opposed to fruity smells. You
Yeah.
know? Do people not want their clothes smelling fruity? I
Yeah.
guess
Or like
They just-
man musk.
Yeah.
I just want that man musk
Can
back
you
in my
imagine?
clothes, man.
You think there's somebody out there that puts like unrolls a swisher and puts that paper in their dryer,
Right?
Like a grape swisher, and they
Right.
use that as a dryer sheet. That's some hood shit.
Like you just peel off the back of a leather-bound
backwards,
book and
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, hey, just peel off the back of a leather-bound book and just throw that in there, soak in some
What do you
cognac.
mean, Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, exactly. Get that Ron Burgundy scent.
yeah, just a little like a piece of sandalwood, a stick
Yeah.
of cinnamon.
Yeah.
right.
Dude, the swisher's a good idea, dude. I don't know.
Can you
It might
imagine?
dry it out and just like start crumbling.
Would
to
That'd be a
bits,
mess, though. That'd be a
Yeah.
mess. That's gonna be a mess.
Not in
So
the
what
dryer.
they need to do is they need to add a scent, like a collab.
Of course.
They would have to do a collab, between whoever's making those dryer sheets,
Yeah.
Swishers, right?
Yeah.
Or imagine they made one and it was like campfire, and you add liquid smoke to it, and you come
Yeah.
out and your clothes smell like
You know,
barbecue.
I just go off that Kush scent.
I think people would pay for that.
Yeah, I
But
guarantee it.
And you tell them it's CBD, so it's the CBD textures on your fabric.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when it touches your skin, it's actually good for you.
Yeah, it's got like oils and stuff or whatever. Yeah.
This is actually a play.
I was just like, I'm just gonna stop talking before I speak too much.
Yeah, because
How many people you have on there?
Jeff Bezos. We're glad you're not watching this.
That's right. That's
Honestly.
right. That's right.
Jeff Bezos, get off our podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you're too old.
I hate how he follows us around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you get that Kush cologne, dude.
Yeah. That would be a big thing for grade 4s.
Right? Why does it smell like weed in your car? No, it's just my Kush cologne, man.
sorry, officer.
Yeah.
Just my Kush cologne. That'd be a way.
official.
Right? And then you just come off with like different lines of the cologne. Like you'd never be poor because you have that purple Kush.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That
people-
OG Kush scent.
And you trick people. And this one has 21% more terpenes.
Yeah.
They don't do anything because you're not smoking it, but it's got 21% more terpenes. People will just fall all over that.
Right?
They'll stumble on it. That's for sure. Do you think? So there's this lady. I pulled it up, and this is probably one of the last things we'll chat about. But there's this lady who's going around campaigning, and she said she was the Queen of Canada, and she had a big bus, and she was obviously spewing a bunch of things that were like she's a whack job, right? But I thought it was really interesting that sovereignties for all the countries. Do you think at one point we're going to go back to? And Canada just said that they're going to reduce try and get rid of a constitutional monarchy. But do you think in the future you're going to have like kings and queens again? Like,
It does. I don't know. Things kind of go full circle.
do you think?
A lot of the time where you don't think they would, but I feel like that's a thing of the past.
I think when people go to space, there's nothing stopping Jeff Bezos from being the king of space,
Okay.
the king of the moon.
Yeah, you're right.
And not in like a joking way.
No,
Like,
no.
he would
I actually,
be-
yeah, because you're starting somewhere new. But I think on Earth, I can't see it.
You can't be a king or queen anymore.
Yeah, because I think.
What about Elon Musk?
You're gonna have a hard time selling that to the people that they should. We're just like, come on, you're trying to tell a bunch of Gen Z TikTokers that you're their king. They're not gonna listen to you.
We've boiled that down to just yes, queen and king.
Yeah, it's queen.
Yeah, squid.
Yeah, it's king.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what
But other than
what
that,
about
we're not listening to nobody.
what about the Asian Elon Musk though, dude? He's gonna be the space king.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, he's gonna be space king.
That's true.
Yeah, he
Elon
will,
Musk.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They're gonna fight for it.
Yeah, I just want to know who stole whose look first. That's,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
who did it first?
Who
yeah.
did it first?
How do
right?
we know Elon is really Elon?
Right? He bought Tesla.
Right?
Maybe he
Yeah.
bought this guy's whole.
Maybe he bought the
whole
guy's
flow.
look. We don't know.
Total simulation.
That's the crazy
Yeah.
thing with deep faking.
And that's what he's always talking about, the simulation. Well, Elon,
Yeah.
you just exposed yourself.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? We'll never know.
Another topic change sort of thing. But with all the stuff the last like week or so,
Yeah.
with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard media circus, times a million. What?
You a squeaky chair here.
Oh, yeah.
I just lean forward.
Yeah, with all that, I saw in one of the trials somebody asked Johnny Depp if he was handed like $300 million
Yeah.
and more sort of thing to go back to do a Pirates of the Caribbean 6 because I guess Disney's
Yeah.
going to be making a Pirates of the Caribbean 6. I didn't even know there were 5.
What?
I actually didn't know they had 5. I remembered watching 3 of them,
Yeah.
and I can't remember anything past that. But it shocked me with all this and the public all on obviously Johnny Depp's side with things. Why is Disney going ahead with doing a 6th Pirates of the Caribbean?
Without Johnny Depp?
Yeah, he won't be in it, but why do they think it's going to be successful?
Because Fast and the Furious franchise has proved that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but okay, so you think Fast and Furious would be successful without Vin Diesel?
Ouch.
Do you think that people would still go and watch?
You mean Dom?
Yeah.
Dom Toretto.
Dom.
Yeah. You don't just get rid of family like that.
Honestly?
You
know
don't
what?
get rid of
Above-
family like
above
that,
Joe
Nick.
Dirt, best gangster movie. It's Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious?
Technically,
No.
they're gangsters.
Yeah.
Below Joe Dirt then.
Below Joe Dirt.
So it
Yeah.
goes Joe Dirt.
I was gonna say how
Fast and
many?
Furious,
There's 7 of
one,
them, dude. You
Fast
can't
and
put all
Furious
7
2.
of them above Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. And then comes The Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dom Toretto.
Right.
Oh, guys.
I take Joe Dirt over Scarface, even, dude. He's a gangster, man. Carrying around that meteorite for like so long, eating his like Happy Meal off it, dipping his ketchup in the poo poo rock.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the best.
MacGruber.
but-
Yeah,
That's gangster.
That's
MacGruber's
gangster. I rate that top 5.
MacGruber top 5. That's
Right,
what-
top
hold on,
5.
hold on.
That's gangster.
Godfather.
If The Rock was put into the Pirates of the Caribbean, do you think it would be bigger than Johnny Depp?
No.
Okay, I take back everything I said. I would now go see Pirates of the Caribbean
You'd
6 if they had
They
the
open the
Rock.
contract up to
if
The
they had the
Rock.
Rock as Captain Jack Sparrow.
And this
Just
time-
because you feel like you'd have to, you're like, I gotta see this, right?
you have to see it.
There's no way
So
I
much
can't,
meat potential.
right?
You'd have to, and then the whole point of it is like they've done enough on the water. They're pitching it to Dwayne The Rock. They're like, we have a new idea. Forget the pirate ships. We want to put you in the Caribbean jungle, right?
Right? No, dude.
Get my pen.
Dude, all of a sudden, Kevin Hart just boards the ship. This is I'm the captain now. This is my ship.
The ship's going down. The ship's going down.
Oh, you thought there weren't any black pirates?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I guess we gotta be careful on this podcast because we don't have a representation.
Yeah, we don't have the representation anymore.
I have a black friend.
Yeah. We're back to that again.
Watch the other episodes.
Bro, he's in Saudi Arabia, bro. We have a black friend.
And he's Muslim, so we were allowed to make fun of those too. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, my fingers were crossed the whole time. I was saying that goofy stuff doesn't count. So, anyways, do you guys want to wrap it up? We're at an hour 5. That was just tantalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a good wrap up, man. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 38 of Huddle Talk TV.
Jeff, thank you
With
so
our
much.
fabulous,
Well, dude, thank you for
fabulous guest
guys.
with the-
Thank you for having
with the
me.
tongue twisters.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
it's a long time coming, man.
I feel a little exposed now, but
That's how we like to leave off.
it's okay. It's all good.
Exposed, nut to butt.
Yeah, I want.
Okay, we're never gonna get off. Somebody's gonna sign us off. Jeff, sign us off officially.
Sign us off officially?
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is the conclusion of episode 38. Signing off.
Perfect.